Good evening. How are you? Wish you are fine. Dr. Bassam, a plastic surgeon. Are you fine? Are you okay? Wish that you are okay. Here in this series, Ageless Face, Ageless Mind. How to erase wrinkles and rejuvenate the brain. Today I want to talk about food that fights ages. We talked about ages before, the anti-ages diet. Whether we are talking about weight problems, wrinkles, or serious disease, we know that ages are major causative factors. In fact, as Pericon readers know, and numerous scientific studies bear out, inflammation, which is at the very basis of age formation, is implicated in aging and age-related disease. Our daily food choice plays significant roles in how well or poorly we are aging, both internally and externally. Fortunately for us, as you will learn later in this chapter, certain foods are unsurpassed in keeping our cell functioning at optimum levels, offering us our best protection against the age accelerators that cause us to be susceptible to diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and other related degenerative diseases. Eat well to live well. Eat well to live well. Our food choices, as well as our methods of food preparation, are paramount importance for preventing ages. When we cook high glycemic carbohydrates, that is carbs, that rapidly convert to sugar when eaten, protein and or fat at elevated temperatures, we are generating high levels of ages. In another series in my channel, I was talking, and still I'm talking, about the blood type group. I advise to cook some of the dishes or proteins like meat at high temperature, but quick, not for a long time. This is the difference. I'm trying to make relations between the information. However, it is important to clarify that not all carbohydrates are implicated. The majority of vegetables and whole grains will not rapidly convert to sugar in the bloodstream when eaten, so they are not generally worrisome sources of ages. Unlike most vegetables, potatoes are highly glycemic. If they are cooked in hot oil, as French fries and potato chips are, they become significant source of ages, as well as the toxic acrylamide discussed in the chapter 1. I talked about it before. Foods that naturally have high fat levels generate more ages. In general, low fat, high fiber foods, including legumes, other vegetables, and grains, tend to be low in ages. That said, if you fry a veggie or nut burger at high heats, you will be promoting the formation of ages. Nuts and seeds, which have a naturally high fat content, can become sources of ages when they are roasted. To enjoy the health benefits of nuts and seeds, eat them in their raw state. This chapter contains extensive food lists in all of the importance categories to help you make the right choices, as well as many delicious recipes and tips on correct food preparation, a key strategy to prevent age formation. The right way to cook. Uh, we now know that cooking foods at high temperature or at low temperatures for extended periods generates significant ages. It doesn't uh, it it doesn't matter whether the food is grilled, roasted, fried, broiled, barbecued, microwaved, or sauteed. It is the heat, high or lengthy, that counts. A study from the proceedings of the National Academy, a study from the proceedings of the National Academy of Science showed that consuming foods high in ages might be responsible for the induction of a low-grade but chronic state of inflammation. In addition, the ages created when food is cooked at high temperature also promote the formation of ages in our living tissues. The implication of these findings are profound. They inspire us to rethink what we eat and how we prepare it. The National Academy scientists observed that cooking and aging have similar biological properties. Cooking foods at high temperature results in a browning effect, in which the sugars and certain oxidized fats react with protein to form ages in the food. The article also stated that normal aging can be regarded as a slow cooking process since these same ages form in the skin, arteries, eye lenses, joints, cartilage, and other places in our bodies. Scientists have known of these dangers for years. Fortunately, it appears to have been a well-kept secret, not apparent to the average person. In the study noted, we will talk about it. It found that not only that we absorb about 10% of ages from foods, but also that only 1/3 of what is absorbed is excreted within 48 hours in the urine of people with normal kidney function. Ages that are not excreted are depositioned in tissues where they remain biologically active, posing a serious threat. Diabetics who frequently have kidney renal impairment are at an increased risk for ages formation and the resulting damage. However, as we age, non-diabetics also see an increase in the age formation and are at great risk for age-related disease and disorders. Liquid magic. If the thought of a lifetime of eating boiled or steamed chicken is less than appealing, take heart. Adding moisture to the cooking process will significantly lower the formation of ages and actually make food taste better if prepared correctly. Remember, glycation is a browning reaction. When we deeply brown meats and other foods, sharing or blackening them over dry heat and high temperature, we are creating exogenous ages. Cooking with moisture will alleviate this. A well done grilled steak is like shoe leather, thanks to the cross linking of the proteins with the fats. A gently poached piece of fish is moist and supple because it is not creating edges. We will talk later about it. Cooking proteins that will not promote age formation later. Although it is wise to limit your intake of red meat unless you have access to organic grass-fed varieties as opposed to grain-fed. You can still enjoy them occasionally without accelerating age's development or formation. Your best bets for cooking are to induce some form of liquid, such as making a savory soup or stew with broth or tomatoes. Another great strategy is to marinate protein foods, meats, and tofu prior to cooking. You can go, but it is in Arabic, not in English. You can go to my series, the first series and second series about blood type and the foods which are suitable for it, and which blood type is you can eat meat, and which blood type is preferable to eat the tofu prior to cooking. Flavor is greatly enhanced when foods are prepared with a tasty marinade. Even barbecued ribs trim excess fat can be enjoyed occasionally when marinated and slow cooked in a sauce over low heat. Don't coat your meat or tofu in flour, which is a high glycemic food that will increase age formation. If you want to coat it with something ground up, fresh nuts or seeds, it's good. So it is very important to know how to cook food, what to use. Don't coat your meat or tofu in flour. Ageless barbecuing. If you choose to barbecue, cut your meat or vegetable into small pieces, as in preparing shish kebabs. This will allow the food to cook much more quickly, even over low heat, and prevent the age formation that comes from long cooking times. Obviously, there are times when this will not work, like when you are cooking the Thanksgiving turkey. If Thanksgiving was the only time you had an age-baked meal, it would not be a problem. Unfortunately, ingesting ages is more like a 3-time-a-day occurrence. The point here is to raise awareness of how ages form during the cooking process. This will enable us to scale back on the cooking methods that promote their formation. Later we will speak about the right fats in the right amounts. We will talk about it later. There is some portions and calories and fibers. We will speak about some foods and source of fiber, which is very important. I don't know how we can mention them. I may mention only the names, but I can't mention all of those. And we will speak about fish and other things later. Thank you for listening, and as I told you, we'll talk about the right fats in the right amounts. Please, if you like the video, as I told you, it is you should follow and you should listen to all of the videos to know the idea about, and it is important because I am trying to make connections and relationships between the series and about food. So please make a like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and activate the bell, please. Thank you for listening with me, Dr. Bassem.